Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new vlog. I hope you're all doing very well. It's actually Friday today and I don't know what has happened with me this week, but I've been editing the vlog just now so far and I've realised it is literally all over the place and it has no rhyme or reason to it. So I thought I would do a bit of an intro and talk through the clips and add them in for this week, because otherwise you're going to be watching it thinking, what the hell is going on? So on Monday I had a bit of a boring day. I did admin, but I did film quite a few clips, so I'll put those in now. That is literally all I filmed on Monday. I didn't even speak to the camera. And then we're gonna go straight on to Tuesday, and I did a shoot with my mum and I ended up doing a couple of bits at home which were quite exciting. So on to Tuesday. Hello everyone. I am currently in Tunbridge Wells with my mum, who is holding the camera. And I'm in the back of my car getting changed because this is the realities of shooting on location. I've just done my first outfit and I'm just moving on to my second one, and then I'm gonna bring a couple with me just to try and get changed in a hedge somewhere. But yeah, we're shooting some pictures today on my camera, and it's kind of the vibe that I was kind of speaking about, I think, in the beginning of the vlog, or I don't even know if I've mentioned it, but I spoke about it on Instagram. Just going back to how I used to shoot with kind of like more countryside garden, like very pretty, yeah, I don't even know how you'd explain those type of photos, but they were kind of like Pinterest vibe photos, I would say. And I loved doing them, and me and my mum used to go into the fields around our house and in the garden and shoot all of these pictures, and I loved it. So I don't know why I ever stopped. Oh, it's going a bit dark. So yeah. Okay, I actually didn't end up vlogging anything from our shoot, but it was a tiny bit of a fail, only a little bit. I managed to shoot a couple of outfits, but I was very optimistic with the weather, and I think I'm just so excited to start shooting summer and proper spring outfits, like dresses and picnic shoots and all of that stuff. So I ended up bringing with me some really gorgeous dresses that I've had since last year, like amazing spring linen dresses, but it was just freezing and it just wasn't the right time to shoot them. So I'm gonna have to wait, I'm gonna have to hold off. It's not time to shoot those outfits just yet. But also I always like to keep my content as realistic as possible, and although yes, I probably could have, you can see like it's quite sunny, but the sun is like in and out. It's kind of like sunny cloudy today, it's quite overcast. So I could have easily waited for the sun and shot some dresses. I would have been freezing cold, but I could have done it. But to me that just seems so stupid, because I like to actually shoot outfits that are realistic and that I'm actually wearing. So for me to just put out pictures of me wearing a linen dress in a field just seems a bit silly. So yes, very quick shoot. I've only been there for a couple of hours, but not the end of the world. And I'm really pleased I've done it, because I've kind of got back into the zone of shooting on my camera and like shooting properly and coming up with a concept. And yeah, I'm really pleased with the shots I got, and I love the outfit so much. It's an outfit that I've actually been wearing so much at home. So yes, but I'm heading home now. I'm actually going home. I'm gonna have some lunch and I'm going to start packing for moving, which may seem a little bit silly because I have still got quite a few weeks to go. I think we're on, next week will be like a 4-week countdown, which is so exciting. But my schedule for the next few weeks is quite busy and I actually don't have a ton of time at home. I've got Nadia coming to stay in a couple of weeks. Next week I've got a couple of quite big shoots. So yeah, I've just got quite a lot on. So it makes sense for me to just start doing bits slowly. I did actually post on my home account and I asked for some tips for moving and how long you guys took to pack, because the thing that I'm finding quite funny is that, and actually something I keep forgetting about, is when I moved out of my family home, I only had like, okay, I did have probably more than the average person because my mum allowed me to choose furniture and like keep furniture in the living room, and I could kind of style it how I wanted to, which was amazing because I loved it, and my mum was quite happy for me to do that. So I did have like coffee tables and I had a desk in my office. I had quite a lot of stuff in my bedroom. So I did have a fair amount of stuff, but this time I have a lot of stuff, and it's actually something that I keep forgetting about because I keep forgetting that actually we've got a whole kitchen of utensils and plates and just all the stuff that we didn't have before, and I've got like tons of bedding and just all sorts of things. So in my brain I work much better when I spend a good amount of time on something. I do it slowly, a little bit more methodical, and I actually almost drag things out. I know lots of people don't like doing that and they'd rather just get it all done in a week, but I just like to do it in stages. I like to do it all properly. So yeah, that is what I'm going to do this afternoon. I'm actually going to vacuum pack all of my coats, and this is actually something I was going to do last year just generally for storage, but I didn't end up doing it, and I don't know why because it would have been so much better. But yeah, our cupboard by the door is just such a hot mess and it annoys me so much every time I go in there. So I just want to organise it. I've got the vacuum pack bags, they arrived last night, so I'm going to get started on it and just sort all my coats out, to be honest, and then I can sort out that cupboard a bit and it's not going to be in the way and it's all done. And then what I think I'm going to do is, after Nadia has been and stayed, I then don't need my office / guest room in action, so I can use that room to store all of my boxes, and everything kind of like packing related can just go in that room and I can shut the door and it's not going to be chaotic. And actually I was just speaking to my mum after Nadia's been and stayed for the last time in the flat. I really wanted her to come over for the last time in the flat. I will have about a week and a half until we move. I think about 10 days, so that's quite a nice amount of time that I can get my mum to come over. She's just said to me that she'll happily come and help me sort some bits out, and we can actually start packing stuff up. Like I can vacuum pack all the bedding and all the things that I just don't need. Like we've got a mattress protector, we've got spare sheets, just so many things that I'm not going to be using in those next few days, and like all my vases and candles and just all of that stuff. So yeah. Okay, I am back home. I put some comfy clothes on and I'm ready to start vacuum packing. I am very excited about this. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this because I don't know if, I'm going to put the light on, I don't know if the Hoover is going to work. I'm hoping it will. I actually did like a bit of a service on the Hoover on the weekend. I cleaned my Hoover, the actual like compartment bit, because around this round bit it was covered in thread and like hair and thread had wrapped around it. I couldn't believe the amount of dust in here. So if you have a Dyson, clean your Hoover. I was so shocked. We've only had it for a year and it was absolutely like thick with dust. So that was good. I've also cleaned the filter, which I do regularly anyway, and I've cleaned out this little like bit where it holds all the dust. So I'm just trying to figure out how it's going to be best for me to do the vacuum packing before I actually get everything out. So let's have a look. I might need the scissors for this. This really reminds me of when we first moved in, and I literally spent all of my afternoons building like flat pack furniture, and I was just sat on the floor here like constantly. I got these from just Amazon. I actually think Amazon had a really good selection of like moving kind of things, like boxes, bubble wrap, vacuum pack bags, like those big laundry bags. They had all sorts of stuff. Amazon is just the best. Oh right, it literally just goes on there. Okay, well, let's see if it works. I'm gonna get like a couple of coats out and then see if I can actually do it. These are like my super big winter coats, like my really big teddy coats that I wear religiously in the winter, but I'm not going to be needing these for a while, so it just makes sense to pack them away like this. And I'm actually really hoping that because we're going to have a dressing room, I should have the space to be able to fit all of my clothes in. I might keep my coats in a wardrobe elsewhere just because they take up so much room, but I should be able to fit all of my clothes in my one wardrobe, which means I don't have to do like a seasonal switch over. I just way prefer having everything out. I've always had that in my family home because I was actually lucky enough to have really big wardrobes. These are absolutely huge. I got the jumbo ones because I thought there's no point getting ones that don't actually fit a lot of coats in each bag. I also got 10 bags, and I don't think that's going to be enough. Okay, so that's 2 teddy coats. Probably fit another one. Okay, bag number 1 is filled, so I'm going to take this arm off and see if that works better. Oh no, I think I have to have this on for that to actually work. Right, let's see if this works. I hope this does work. Oh my god, that is absolutely incredible. I have gone through my 25 years of life never seeing a vacuum pack bag in real life, and I am so impressed. That is brilliant. I wonder if I was meant to suck more air out of it. I don't want to ruin my coats. That is absolutely brilliant. I am so impressed. Right, let's get going with the rest. Right, that was very successful. I have done 5 bags. All of my coats are in here. I've also got fleeces, all of my winter scarves and hats, and like even skiing hats, everything is in here. So I am very, very pleased with that. That is so handy. I've still got some of Jack's coats out, and just like my trench coats, because he wears some of these for work, and also like his nice evening kind of tailored jackets. He still does sometimes wear them if we go for dinner, so I'm just going to keep those out. And all of these things I can just pack later, or I can vacuum pack them later on. But this is how the cupboard is looking. It is an absolute hot mess in this cupboard. I put this rail in here for our coats, which has been really handy, but I just didn't have the room. Like, you can see that they've bent because the coats were too heavy, and there is just muddy boots in here that were in these bags. Just so much rubbish in here. So I'm going to get everything out, sort it all out. I need to clean all the shoes, and then I can put all of these coats back in here, just stack them up nice and neat, and yeah, that's another job ticked, and I'm one step closer. Okay, the coat cupboard is looking absolutely fantastic. So all my coats are stacked up here, and I've actually turned the rail around, and these are just the remaining bits on here that I'm probably going to wear, like my trench coat, and then just loads of Jack's coats and like our country coats for walks, because we do still have a few weeks left of walking. And then under here I've literally just got a box down there which has got loads of snow boots and things like that in, and then a couple of luggage bags, and that is literally it. That's all that's in here. So I've managed to clear a lot out, which I'm very, very pleased about. Oh my goodness me. The limoncello is looking fabulous. The daily shake. So how long are you going to do this? Once every day?
Once
for a
day
week?
For a week.
And then what? Just leave it? Then what do you do?
Can't remember the next bit.
Just leave it for the next 2 weeks?
No, the next bit's like water and the sugar.
Oh,
When
okay.
you pour that in, that makes it a bit sweet.
Have you smelt it?
No.
Can you open it?
No.
You don't want to open it?
No.
Okay. Exciting! Dinner this evening is spaghetti. Actually, I think this is a tagliatelle with this sauce from Waitrose. Truffle and porcini mushroom. I think this is going to be delicious, and I'm also doing a bit of chicken as well. So we've got a chicken and truffle pasta. The sunlight in the kitchen in the evenings always looks like I've got like a spotlight on me. It's so funny. And I am in my dressing gown and my pyjamas already, and it's 7:30, but I just wanted to be comfy, and I'm itching to take my makeup off. So yeah, that is the evening. We're also watching The Night Agent at the moment on Netflix, and it is such a good series. Fleur recommended it to me, and we are loving it so far. We're on episode 5. We're trying to watch like an episode or 2 a night, and it's absolutely insane. I am really enjoying it. So if you're looking for something to watch, really recommend. Oh my god, this lighting is so funny. And then that brings me to Wednesday. Again, I didn't even talk to the camera on Wednesday. I don't know what was wrong with me this week. I just completely kept forgetting to pick up my camera. So Wednesday I actually went to London for lunch with Forever New and Be The Agency, who are the PR team that look after Forever New here in the UK. And it was absolutely beautiful. You'll see from the clips that I'm going to put over this that we went to a restaurant called Milk Beach, which was an Australian restaurant. I think it's relatively new, and Forever New are an Australian brand, so that is why they chose that location. The pieces were absolutely beautiful. We looked at the summer collection, and honestly, I love Forever New dresses. If you're in the market for holiday dresses, wedding guest dresses, something special, they are amazing, and they're also not super expensive either, which I love. The quality is amazing. I have quite a few dresses from them already from last year. They're the type of thing you'll bring out every summer, and they're amazing. So I had an amazing lunch in London. I literally just went into London for the lunch, so I didn't really do anything else in London. And I came back home and ended up sitting on my laptop for the rest of the day, and that was it. So it's been a very laptop heavy week for me. And that brings me to yesterday, which was Thursday. So here's Thursday. Hello. I have just got back from town. I actually decided that I wanted to film a reel today of like showing you how I style my flowers in my pedestal. So I thought I'm gonna go out to town, pick up some flowers and do like a big bouquet. So I've just chucked on my cropped trench to go out, and I'm wearing my new ballet flats, which I've literally been wearing every single day because they are so easy to just slip on. They are so comfortable. I'm honestly so happy I bought them. But I wanted to show you the flowers I got because it's also bank holiday weekend and we're probably going to be at the flat quite a lot. So I just love having like a really nice bouquet of flowers. I went to Waitrose, and often I find the bouquets in Waitrose are quite expensive. So if you just get individual flowers and then make your own, it's so much better. This came to £25 altogether. Got a couple of bunches of roses. I wasn't gonna get 2, but then I saw these when I was paying and I was like, oh, these ones look amazing. So I ended up getting 2. And I also got some hyacinths, which I saw a lady had in her trolley and they look gorgeous. So I thought I would get those to have a play around with. I'm gonna have a little bit of a play around, be creative and do something fun with these flowers. I'm thinking I might do a little display with my floristry frog in my pedestal bowl, which is this one from H&M, or I don't know, I might do two actually. I might do one in this bowl, which I always get questions on this bowl. It's a fruit bowl and it was from a random jeweller's in Leeds years and years ago. And I don't know if they still sell it, I've got no idea. But if you type in like shell bowl, loads come up. But I love this, I've had it for ages and it's been such a good use of a bowl. We used to use it as our fruit bowl in our old house. So yeah, I'm thinking of just having a bit of a play around, and I'll kind of show you like some tips that I have for styling. But before I do that, I need to eat some lunch because I'm absolutely starving and I can't do anything until I've eaten. So that's what I'm gonna do first. Okay, it's actually a couple of hours later. My camera died while I was doing all my flowers, but if you want to see how I did them and my tips, then head over to my home account, Lauren Grace Home, because I'm going to be posting everything on there. But let me show you the finished result. So, firstly, I did this gorgeous little bunch of roses. I've done the peel back method, which is my favourite method for roses. It makes them look so full and so luxurious. I just absolutely love it. And this is one of my favourite vases from Firm Living. I think it's absolutely beautiful with the roses in. And then I also did something a little bit more creative and a little bit more wild, which is my pedestal creation. I actually really wish I got some gypsophilia to go around the base and almost create like a base around it, because I hate that you can see the edge. But I love how this looks. It's so wild, it's so fresh, and look how amazing this rose looks. Oh my goodness, I love it. And then I also did another one because I actually had quite a few flowers left over. So I just did a really simple little spring bouquet with my hydrangeas that are slowly dying. I actually put this one in water because you're meant to soak the leaves in water and it helps bring them back to life. And it has made it kind of shoot up, but because it's so wet, it's a little bit heavy. So I think I've done something wrong there. But yeah, I just added in a couple more roses and I just love how it looks on here. It's such a nice spring brightening to our bedroom. I've actually just spent the last 2 or 3 hours sat at my desk and I've got my computer on, which I haven't used for so long. I don't know why. Since I got my laptop, it's just been so much easier using my laptop because it's new and it's so much quicker. But I do really love using my desktop and I like having the desktop and my laptop. So I've actually just spent ages going through the system on my computer and wiping it, because I've had this computer since I was at college, so it's very old. I think I got it in like 2016 potentially. So it's very old and it's just got so many files on here that I don't need. And I used to edit my YouTube videos on here like ages ago. So yeah, it's got 1 terabyte of storage in this computer and there's literally like 2 gigabytes left. So that's why it's so slow. So I'm just going through and deleting as much as I can. Pretty much everything on this computer I can delete. So I was quite tempted to just wipe it, but then I have to reinstall Google Chrome and some of the software that I use, and I can't bother to do that. So it's actually easier for me to just go through and delete things. So that is what I've been doing. Oh my goodness, I have deleted so many files. It's unbelievable. It has taken me about an hour, but I've gone from literally having, this says 816 gigabytes available. I had about 10, I think, or maybe not even 10. So that was great. I literally had like this much space at the end. So I'm very pleased with myself. Hopefully this will be running a lot quicker. And now we are back to Friday, back to real time. I apologise for the higgledy-piggledy mess of the vlog previously. I hope it wasn't too distracting and difficult to watch. I just wanted to give you some context from the week because I just picked up my camera and it was just so random. But anyway, I wanted to chat to you about books because I've just finished reading. Actually, let me go and get it. It's in my bedroom. I've just finished reading a book, and I know lots of you like my book recommendations, so this is for the people that care about the books. Oh, I'm also halfway through, oh God, I'm halfway through changing the bed. So I've been doing about 12 things at once this morning. Let me pop you down and we can chat about the books. Okay, so I have just finished reading, I finished reading Verity, which, by the way, 10 out of 10 recommend. I absolutely loved it. It was such a good read. It was such a different story and it had so many twists and turns and I really enjoyed it. So I ordered a couple more from Colleen Hoover. I ordered this one, which is Maybe Someday, and I also ordered the follow-up book, which is Maybe Now. So I've just finished this. I literally got this on Tuesday and I've already finished it. It didn't take me long to read at all. I think I read it in literally like a few hours, like staggered across the last couple of days, but I really enjoyed it. It wasn't amazing. It was probably a 6 out of 10. A really nice read if you just want like a kind of nice story that's got a couple of twists and turns. It's really nice to follow. It's more of like a romantic kind of story rather than like a thriller or anything. But it was really nice. And then I'm going to actually follow up with Maybe Now because I feel like although I didn't 100% love this book, I can't just not follow it up. I need to know what happens. So this is the follow-up. I'm actually going to start this later on. And I'm really excited. I'm really enjoying reading at the moment. And there's been quite a lot of Arsenal games on. Jack supports Arsenal. And I really enjoy watching football, actually. The game that was on, I think it was last week or Sunday, was a really good game. But this game that they just played was quite boring. So I read my book while he was watching it. And it's so nice because like we can still sit together, like we lay together on the sofa, he's watching the football and I'm reading my book, and it's really lovely. So yeah, I'm going to start this one and I will update you in next week's vlog what I'm thinking. But yeah, I'd recommend this if you want like just a really easy kind of romantic story. It's a really lovely story and it's got some really like sweet moments in it, but it's not like a thriller. I also, when I was doing an order on Amazon of some books, I picked up this one, which I'm so excited to read because Nadia has recommended this to me for a while. Another Colleen Hoover, this is Ugly Love. She actually just messaged me this morning saying you need to read it. So I'm going to quickly get through the other one and hopefully start this maybe in a week or so. But these are quite small books, so they don't really take me long to read. So yeah, that's my book chat. Oh, the sun's coming out. It's quite an overcast day today. So I can't believe how many of you on Instagram didn't know the hack of ironing your bed sheets when they're on. It is literally life-changing and I'm so... Oh God, I forgot I put that up there. That is literally the story of my life. I can't believe I just captured that. Literally me putting things like hiding papers and things in places that they shouldn't be. Oh dear. Yeah, anyway, ironing your bed sheets when they're on is literally the best hack ever. It saves so much time and it's so quick. So let's change the bed.